Hi, Leo. Welcome to your November 2015 Tarotscope. It's Raina here. And so, November, I think, is going to be a very family oriented month with some activity related to the third house of communications. And that can even include that you have a love interest in the month of November that you meet online, at least some of you. So the month begins with the sun in Scorpio, that you're in your fourth house. And then on the 22nd, it goes into the fifth house of love and romance. So that's shining a light in this area and warming things up. And Mercury goes into this house on the 20th, a couple of days before that. So you might start talking to people that eventually you start dating. And this being the Thanksgiving week in the Americas, it might be the time when you meet somebody during a holiday party because it really kicks off a whole month of celebrations or more than a month. And so this is really a time for you when the sun is in Sagittarius and other planets go into Sagittarius that the fifth house gets triggered. Venus on the 8th, which is coming up in a few days, will be entering your third house of communications, including the internet. And so that could mean that you meet somebody online, Facebook deal, that sort of thing. Mars goes in there as well into that third house on the 12th. So it really kind of pushes your need to communicate to others if you are writers, if you are bloggers, if you use the internet for business. This can all be very good at this time because you have that aggression, that drive to communicate with others. It could also relate to siblings and extended family because the third house rules that as well. And again, with the holidays coming up, that's something that you may be talking. That's not so surprising, I suppose. We have a new moon in your home sector on 11/11, the portal date. And so this new moon can bring in some new developments on the home front. It could be your current home or in your family of origin. Some of you may be moving and moving into a new house. Some of you may, close on a house during this time. Speaking of moons, there's going to be a full moon at 3 degrees of Gemini on the 25th of the month in your 11th house of groups, friends, hopes, and wishes. So something may come to fruition that you've been wanting. This could be a wonderful time for that kind of thing. But it can also mean, again, I've heard the 11th house attributed to the internet. It's the house of Aquarius. So Aquarius rules technology. So it's very possible that there may be something that you discover online that's related to a friend, or you might find out something that helps you to achieve your dreams. Saturn is going to be in your fifth house until 2017, and so it can work many different ways. It can cause you to be more serious and not as playful as you typically are because Leo does rule the fifth house, and the fifth house is all about enjoyment, hobbies, romance. And this might be a time when you're not as and this just might be a time when you are more serious about people that you're dating. If you're a creative person, you might decide that you're not going to just do it for a hobby, you want to do it to make a living. The fifth house rules home businesses. And so it can really bring into reality things that you've been wanting to do. And so in this sector, it can maybe give you a romantic partner who is more of a keeper, than just a romantic fling. I don't think I mentioned Mercury going into Scorpio. It went there on the 2nd of November, and it's in your fourth house right now, and will be going into Sagittarius on 20th in the fifth house. And again, you might be talking to potential partners. You might be having ideas of creative projects that you want to take on. You might be thinking of business ideas. There's a lot of mental activity that's associated with creativity at this time. It's a wonderful energy for that. Wow, Leo, I picked some awesome, awesome cards for you. So I think that this period in November is going to be terrific for you overall. The first card I picked is a strength card. This is your card. So you're really in your own power at this time. And I think that this will be particularly the case when Sun goes into Sagittarius, because then the Sun is in your natural house. And Sagittarius is a friendly energy. It forms a trine with Leo. And so I think that with the strength card, there's a sense of confidence, there's a sense of well being within you in November. And anything that may have come before this, you really are coming out on top, so to speak. And the message from the universe is the Ace of Wands. This is indicating that there's fresh new energy. Wands relate to fire signs too. So I'm seeing a lot of resonance with what is happening in your astrology. The ace is beginning. So there's new beginnings. It could be a new business. And I said with that fifth house activity, that could be like a home business. But it's just in general, there can be just in this zest for life itself, which you naturally possess. But again, I think that whatever has transpired in the past, it's a whole new cycle. So there's a sense of enthusiasm that is definitely in your makeup at this current time, and a fresh new start somehow, whether it's in love, and some of you probably will be falling in love this month, or whether it's in your financial life. You've recently had a lot of triggers in your second house of earned income, so that might be connected to that. But it's just wonderful in many different ways. The two advice cards looking at what is coming up is the Fool and the Seven of Pentacles. So there is this sense that you are going out into the unknown, and that you don't have, and it is actually asking you to be this fool and not have preconceived notions of whatever it is that you're endeavoring to do that is related to that Ace of Wands, whatever beginnings you're starting, whether it's in a romance or business. Don't let the past color how you react to life at this time. Just be totally innocent and totally without preconceived notions, and totally have faith in the possibilities before you. And also to have patience, because that's what the Seven of Pentacles. And I really get this vibe of financial stuff with the Pentacles. It's related to possessions and money and that sort of thing. And it's asking you, if the for those who have a small business, who are seeing the beginnings of it starting to, the wheels starting to turn, and things are starting, but it's like in the initial stages. You just have to kind of wait it out. And that's what the farmer is doing. It's a farmer card, just kind of watching and waiting for the harvest. And you're starting to get the first taste of that, but it still is going to be coming more strongly later on. So have faith, have patience. And of course, the Fool is about having faith in the unknown. And then the outcome card is the Queen of Wands. And this again is another Wands card, and it is related to, I don't know if it's, I think it might be related to Aries, but I just attribute it to all the fire signs. Now, of course, we could say it's a female fire sign. So most of the viewers are going to be women watching this Leo forecast. But it's not gender specific because it's just the feminine principle of that energy. So it's more, I would say that for the Queen of Wands, it's more of an internal um, way that you feel about life, the way that you express yourself to other people in a very positive, confident, cheerful manner. And you kind of lead by example because of your wonderful vibes that you're it's kind of infectious, the joy that you exude, and it's helpful to other people and it uplifts them in whatever it is that you're doing. So it's just total positive energy all the way around. And so, Leo, I hope you enjoyed your Tarotscope for November. If you'd like something more personalized using your personal birth data, please click on the link below and it will take you to my page of services. I wish you a wonderful month. Take care. Bye.